Okay. Hello. I'm over here now. Can you see me? I'm not hiding, honest. All right. But yeah, we kind of got some content over on the Friday Night Free for All channel. It's not great. It's hasn't been our best work lately. I do apologize for that. We've been going through some stuff. I've been out of town for a few days, so I haven't really had time to sit down and do any work. But we're going to get stuff set up. I promise you. Over on the other channel, we're going to get it all taken care of. And from there, we'll just keep going. And if anybody wants to show up, I'd be happy to have you on. Oh, hey there. Libra is totally stalking me. Oh, cool. See, that's how I know I've made it in the YouTube streets. When you get your first stalker, that's like I got my badge. I got a copyright strike and I got a stalker. I got a badge of legitimacy now. I'm a legitimate YouTuber. But yeah, I think I'm going to be using this channel once the Friday Night Free for All stuff gets really like set up and established and running smoothly. I'm going to like reserve this channel for more edited content, doing vlogs, doing live streams where I just hang out and talk about random stuff with everyone. I already have 2 dislikes. Woohoo! I love the dislikes. Yeah, that's fine. People want to dislike my stuff. That's your prerogative. I've pointed out in the past that if I stumbled upon my own streams, I would probably click that thumbs down too. One is from you. Okay, so who's the other one? I mean, not that I care. But sometimes you do kind of get curious, like who's disliking your shit and why. But at the end of the day, there's really not much you can do about it. People are going to like what they like, and they're going to dislike what they like, and that's perfectly fine. The internet is a very large place, so. Oh, hey, Josh, how you doing, bud? Hey, I caught you over on Jackie and Stacy's channel earlier. How was it? Did you have a good time with them? Yeah, I would have stuck around, but apparently Friday is a huge night for streaming, and I've got my stuff scheduled on Fridays too, so it kind of sucks. I think next time, if like my stream coincides with like one of our mutual friends streams or something like that, I'll stream their stream. Not to diss on them or anything like that, but just to promote. Because unlike other creators, I've got no problems promoting other people's shit, and I've got no problems with other people promoting their shit. But yeah, Yeah, I agree, Josh. It would be cool. It would absolutely be cool. And I'm glad you had a great time with Jackie and Stacy and Kim. There's some cool ass people. I actually met them through another person's channel that we're not gonna name when they were mods. And I think I just gave away where I met them, but yeah, they were always super fucking cool. So yeah, big props to Jackie, Stacy, and Kim. And I wouldn't, yeah, I would totally like hang out on one of their streams sometime, but I'm not really as personally invested in a lot of that YouTube drama tea stuff. You did. We know now. Yes, I know you guys know. But anyway, yeah. So we had a really we had some issues over on the Friday Night Free for All channel, and that's because for some reason I don't seem to know my own password to use StreamYard. So I had to set up on YouTube Studio, which sucks. Although I can throw wrenches at people. I can make people mods for my channel that has 5 subscribers. Oh, I should do a stream on YouTube Studio here so I can make some mods, because I mean, apparently, like, I've got over 50 subscribers, and you never know. One day I might be doing a stream and then all of them are going to show up at once, and I'm going to need mods. I highly doubt that, but you know, it's a good thing to have just in case. And of course, every time I say throw a wrench, I keep thinking of Sid in Final Fantasy IV, because that was his main weapon in combat, was he'd throw wrenches at monsters. And I just added what a geek I am. I can also tell you that Final Fantasy IV was actually released in the US as Final Fantasy II, because we didn't. You never know. One day we'll be YouTube famous. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and press X to doubt on that one, Josh. But yeah, it could happen someday. And knowing my luck, I'll be YouTube famous for doing something completely asinine and stupid that pisses everybody off. And then I'll have drama channels making videos about what an asshole I am. And yes, Libra, you already knew how much of a geek I am. I spent like 10 minutes talking about the SCP Foundation over on the other channel. So yeah, I think my geek cred is pretty solid here. So I think I know what's going on with the camera, because I fidget around so much. The camera does autofocus. So that's why it's zooming in and out, is because I can't stop fidgeting, and the camera can't stop trying to focus in on me. There we go. You can see me aging in HD 4K. That's the best way to become famous. LOL. Well, I guess the saying still kind of holds true. There is there's no such thing as bad publicity. And sometimes I guess it's better to be hated than not thought of at all. But okay, and Libra says auto, yeah, okay. No, that's what I think is going on. Yeah, I don't know how to, because my technical knowledge is kind of stalled out around 2005, 2006. So I'm sure there might be settings on this camera to where it doesn't constantly try to focus, but I don't know. Oh, no. I was starting to type, then you said it, so I stopped. Okay. But yeah, that's what I think is going on. I'm slow to type tonight. Yeah, I'm slow to type every night if I want to type legibly. As I've spent like the better part of about 4 or 5 years pretty much only doing internet on my phone. So going back to an actual like physical keyboard, there's a little bit of a learning curve for me again. So yeah, I get on my PC keyboard and I typo all over the place now. And it's even worse on my laptop because the keys are so closely spaced together. And I got fat fucking fingers. Shit, Josh, what time is it over there, bro? I just realized Josh is over in England land. So you're like my tech knowledge stopped when I started drinking and found romance. Oh, 4:25 a.m. That means you're 5 minutes late, bro. And in celebration of the fact that 5 minutes ago it was 4:20 over in England, we're gonna smoke some Ursa Major. 27% THC. Booyah. Oh, that's good. Oh. Yeah. Oh, my ass is going to be feeling that. I am good. Coffee time. One more. Yeah, I'm going to be feeling that. That is some good Big Dipper. But yeah. Yeah, this is some good shit, Josh. God, I'm lame. But yeah, so what did everybody do over the last couple of days? Because I haven't been around. What have you guys been up to while I was gone? And I hope that you were all adequately praising the Lord. Grandma sitting. Oh yeah, that's right. How's your grandma, Libra? I know she was going through some COVID complications, but she's okay. I mean, other than the fact that she needs a babysitter. But yeah, knock on wood, nobody I think only a couple of I've only known like a couple of people who had COVID, but watching crap on Disney Plus, and which Lord am I meant to be praising? Bro, this guy, this Lord. And I actually am a Lord, by the way, because I own an acre of wilderness preserve in Scotland. So yes, the Lord in there is it's not for effect. That's an actual thing. I even have the certificate to prove it. And it's in this name too. So the deed is literally like written out to Lord Tebow Baggins. But yeah. So I own an acre of preserve land in Scotland, and I actually have a tree that I named after my wife. So yeah, somewhere in Scotland, there's an yes. I'll need to see. I'll need to see some. I'll need to see your resume. You might need to fill out an application, but and yeah, my interview schedule is backed up for miles. Well, I really want it to be backed up for miles, but does that make me the Joker? It as long as it's not the Jared Leto Joker from Suicide Squad, that yeah, go ahead and be the Joker. Wait, what? What are you interviewing for here? Ladyship. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure I can squeeze all y'all in there. Yeah, that Joker was pants, but Harley was bad. I absolutely hated the Suicide Squad. Like I thought it's one of the worst superhero movies I've seen in years. But yeah, Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn was pretty awesome. I am so not gonna lie. I also liked the guy who played Captain Boomerang. And I did like the one of my favorite scenes was actually the scene where Captain Boomerang convinces Slipknot to try to escape, because that was actually something that happened in the comic books, kind of. And I think that's why I think that's kind of why I hated the Suicide Squad movie, just because I was such a huge fan of the original comic book that like I watched it so many times, and I just completely like would nitpick everything. I just couldn't help it. And Josh says, yeah, he was good. He was in another movie I love too, Divergent. I have not seen that yet. I don't even know what kind of movie that is. What kind of movie? What movie is that? I mean, I've heard of it, but I never really like looked into it, so I know nothing about it. It's not a porn, is it? I mean, I might still watch it if it's a porn. I'm just saying. You are such a geek. Yes, I am. I'm the worst kind too. I'm the middle-aged comic book shop guy from The Simpsons. I actually remember this was about like 5 or 6 years ago or something like that. My wife and her family and I we all went down to San Diego because that's where my wife and her family were from, and we were there visiting my brother-in-law and their family, and we were having this big dinner because one of my wife's uncle had just turned like 80 or something like that, and we had this big party in San Diego for him, and I was sitting next to his wife, my wife's aunt, and so somewhere in the conversation, the topic of comic books came up, and I pointed out that I used to that I am a huge comic book fan. I love comics, and my aunt-in-law like turns to me and she's like, and she started asking me like all of the differences between the Marvel the Marvel comics and the MCU. And I spent like 2 hours like talking about the Infinity Gauntlet and shit with this like 70-year-old woman. It's actually one of the more entertaining conversations I think I've ever had at a social function. And Josh says, so Divergent is a post-apocalyptic world and surviving. I think that's the best way he can put it. Yeah, that makes sense. Like I can get behind post-apocalyptic stuff. I mean, come on, I grew up watching the Mad Max trilogy. So yeah, post-apocalypse is it's nothing new for me. And right, yeah, that is awesome. Especially since like I didn't really toot my own horn about it. Like it was just something that she brought up to me. So it was like, here's this person who wants to actually get into the actual literature of comic books. So yeah, I can talk about that. Oh man, Mad Max. I love that trilogy so goddamn much. I think it's actually like, I actually think it's better than Star Wars. Whereas I pointed it out on oh god, I want to say Julie Virgo stream earlier today that I was bitching about the prequel, the Star Wars prequels, and the thing that the reason I hated the Star Wars prequels so much was that, well, the Star Wars prequels really just highlighted the weaknesses, the problems with the original trilogy. Like I'd be sitting there watching like Attack of the Clones and being like, oh my god, the dialogue is so bad. I'd rather be watching Empire right now. And then I'm watching Empire and then I'm like, oh my god, the dialogue is so bad. Because George Lucas can't write. And Josh says, that's so cool. I would love to know the difference between the MCU and the comics because I love the MCU and I haven't read the comics much. So the differences, I bet, are very different. The thing of it is that with the MCU is that they kind of, there's kind of a kernel of like the originals, the source material, but like, for example, Captain America is still, his origin is still pretty much the same in the comics as it is in the movies, or Thor's, or, I think the MCU, like when they're doing origin stories, they're pretty on point. It's just some of the other stuff, like the bigger storylines, like the Infinity War. The Infinity War was literally based off like 3 separate mini-series, like that all ran like about like 5 or 6 issues each. So like, and the Thanos storyline is mostly centered around the Infinity Gauntlet. Now, one of the main differences in the Infinity Gauntlet is, well, after Thanos snaps and destroys half the universe, which he does in the comics, and then after the superheroes come after him and he kills pretty much every superhero that's left. Yeah, he goes into hand-to-hand combat with the remaining superheroes and slaughters all of them. And then he slaughters all the gods. So he becomes literally the god of the universe. And then he gets thwarted when Nebula comes and strips the gauntlet off of his hand. It's kind of weird. There's some really weird like psychoanalysis stuff where Thanos really doesn't believe he's worthy of godhood, so he is always like subconsciously thwarting himself. But yeah, that's just kind of a potted summary of some of the differences. Like it would be a lot easier for me to actually like have like a list prepared or like just write it out. But for the most part, like I said, the MCU's origin stories are pretty close to on point, but there are some variances. There are some differences because you can't really squeeze like a full like comic book story into a film without it being like 8 hours long. And Libra says she hasn't watched since she was a kid, but the Mad Max movies were popular in our house. Oh, mine too. That and the Living Dead movies, the original George Romero Living Dead trilogy. My brother and I were just enormous fans. Like, we actually had like all of the Mad Max movies and all of the Living Dead movies like actually recorded off television off our VCR. Like we'd set the VCR for the time, for the time that the movie would show, so we could actually have a copy. And I had to do it because the Mad Max trilogy and the Living Dead, the original Romero Living Dead movies, are 6 of my all-time favorite films. Especially Dawn of the Dead, because that was the first like zombie movie that I actually saw. And actually, no, it was the first zombie movie that I actually saw, and I understood like the underlying message. It was the first one that I got. To put it best. It was the first zombie movie where I realized that it wasn't necessarily about the zombies. And Libra's like, oh yes, same. Yeah. Oh, I used to love VCRs. A lot of action and B horror growing up. Oh yeah. Yeah, fun fact, when I at my mom's house, because my mom and dad, they split when I was like 5 or 6 or something like that, and I spent most of my time living with my dad, and I would just I would go to my mom's on the weekends, and my mom had had basic cable, which at the time, in out here in the middle of fucking nowhere, basic cable was like you got 4 extra channels. You got WGN, you got WTBS, you got Cinemax, and Showtime. But yeah, so I watched a lot of because Cinemax is Cinemax. I watched a lot of B horror movies and B action movies. And I saw a lot of softcore porn. So yeah, that was my weekends. Skateboarding, punk rock, softcore porn, and B movies. Good old Skinamax, yes. And Josh says, you know what zombie movie franchise I've actually watched and got into is Resident Evil, and that's because I love the science behind it. And yes, I'm a little geeky. Hey, geeky is cool. I personally don't like the Resident Evil movies. I love the games though. Oh my god, the games are great. Actually, I'm probably, after I bitched about like spending money on my PC, I am probably going to be buying the Resident Evil 2 video game remake because it looks so good, you guys. We would have hung out all the time. Probably. Yeah. We would have We would have been watching we would have been watching WCW on WTBS, and we would have watched Skinamax all day, all weekend, and then we would have gone skating at the local at the school or wherever. It's kind of funny because the town that I always talk about like having to take the bus into town. The next town over is actually where my family and I grew up when until my parents did the split and I moved a few miles north. But yeah, this is my the town that I go to pick up supplies and stuff is my childhood town where I used to come over here to visit my mom on the weekends until she moved to Portland. And Josh says, I am a wimp. I can't do horror games or movies. But I got into Resident Evil, though, which is weird. I think because the Resident Evil movies are more action-based as opposed to straight horror. And the Resident Evil games are more horror-centric. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of action, but because of the early games' really wonky controls, they couldn't like have balls-to-the-wall action because, well, you would die pretty quickly with that control scheme. Because your character moved like a tank. So like most of the horror is the zombies walking towards me. It's like, oh my God, can I rotate around just in time to get this shot off and kill this zombie before he eats me? But yeah, the Resident Evil movies are a lot more action oriented as opposed to, I think, horror based. I live in my hometown now, so I get the nostalgia of going out and seeing all of your memories. Right. Like I actually make it a point when I go into town, I actually stop like a few blocks from downtown because I like to like pass by like the old church where my brother and I used to steal cans from so we could cash them in for the deposit. I passed by my childhood home, which is really been spruced up nice. Whoever owns that house now has done a really good job on it. And, I like to pass by the old grade school where I used to go, where my family and I, my brother and I used to go there together for a couple of years. But yet at the same time, it's kind of weird because it's not the same. I can't remember which writer said it, but it's on the tip of my tongue. But anyway, he says, and I quote, "You can never go home again." And I think that's kind of what they're talking about. Like, yeah, you can return to your hometown, you can return, you can see all the sights and stuff like that, but things change. Things are different. Like my elementary school that my brother and I used to go to is a lot bigger now, and it's almost completely renovated. It's almost completely it's almost a different building. Like my childhood home, it's completely like different from what it used to be. Like one of the nearby parks is permanently closed. And like if you want to put out a boat on the river, you've got to go to another park that they had to refurbish so you could actually to build a boat dock. But yeah, it's like you get nostalgic, but at the same time, like it kind of sucks because you realize that the world didn't stop because you left it, if you know what I mean. And there was a part of me that was kind of like that was coming back, like hoping everything would be like it was, and that's an impossible expectation. And yeah, it's bittersweet. It really is, especially for me because I had so many of my family in that town. Like my grandma lived there. All my cousins, a lot of my cousins lived there, still do actually. I had aunts and uncles there. And yeah, it sucks because it means you're getting older. Exactly. And it kind of sucks because like you know, when you're a kid, you just you think that the moments that you have are, it's always going to be like that. It's always going to be, you know, as it was when you were 13, 14, 15 years old. And it's just not. You know, things evolve, things change, shit happens. And that was Philosophy Talk with Tebow Baggins. And I'm slightly depressed now, LOL. Well, hopefully my smooth jazz DJ voice will perk up your day a little bit as we listen to some Steely Dan. Yeah. Sorry. That voice, I hate you. Yes, but in your hatred, you have completely forgot your depression. You're welcome. Would you rather I do my Scottish voice and just shout, "Aye, fuck off, Julie"? Actually, I think my impression of Julie's mom was better the first time around. If you do that, you need to call you nerd to call me. Damn it! I know you meant need, but I'm just gonna read it like it was. If I talk in the Scottish voice or the DJ voice. What if I combined the two and was like, I don't know if I could do a smooth jazz Scottish DJ. I will try. I will try and work on that for next time. Now I've got like this mental to-do list in my head where it's like, try and figure out how to be a Scottish smooth jazz DJ. Because I don't really have it. I don't really have any. So what trouble can we get into then? Well, if you follow this channel, yeah, the trouble tends to follow me. I'm still a little butthurt about that. I actually missed your first Mummy Virgo impression. I was bummed. Apparently, yeah, Julie was impressed. Apparently, she thought I had a perfectly passable Scottish accent. I just am trouble. Yes, I might be a little bit I might be a little bit problematic. Might be just a little bit messy. And that's kind of fitting because I don't know if anyone's noticed, but I'm a bit of a mess. So messy things are just probably going to happen. Probably going to happen. Not a little, honey. Yeah, well, I like to underestimate myself a little bit. Because, you know, I mean, if I completely just say, like, I am the most messy, egotistical son of a bitch you will ever meet on the internets, then, yeah, I might be overselling it. And it might be just my ego talking. So, you know, I gotta aim low. I gotta set the bar low. And yes, I'm drinking out of a Starbucks mug. See, this is one of those things that my wife picked up when she was in San Diego. I've got a Portland one too. Oh, Lady Libra knows my truths. Well, I can only tell my truth. So I hate that phrase. I really hate that phrase, because usually anytime somebody says they're gonna tell you their truth, you can pretty much expect like a full stream of bullshit. That mug is the size of your head. Yeah, well, I drink a lot of coffee. You ass, LMAO. What? Instead of breaking your silence? I love that one too. Because I'm sorry, if you're putting yourself out there on any social media, you're not exactly silent to begin with, so you're not really breaking too much. Now, you can elaborate on the whole breaking my silence thing. Like, you could say, like, I'm breaking my silence on X topic, and you can make that work. But, like, as a general, like, phrasing, yeah, it's kind of bullshit. Let's just be honest. So, yeah. Don't tell your truth. Tell the truth. And I think that's the lesson to be learned here. The more you know. Dun, dun, dun. Sorry, I am not as charismatic live as I am on text. I know. But people don't watch me for my charisma. They just watch me because I'm hot. Wow. As I drink from the mug bigger than my head. You ever thought of having people on your lives? Actually, I've had people on my lives. AZ's been on my live. I've had Kamala, Secret Asian, on my live. I've had Sherry on my live. And usually I have a co-host, Picky, who's it's been a weird couple of weeks for both of us, so we haven't really been able to do it together. Over on the other channel, we had a little brief live together. But yeah, I've had guests on my lives quite a bit. I'm probably gonna like cut this one a little short because I've been like streaming on various channels in various forms since 7:30. So I'm probably just gonna cut this one off in a few minutes. So I'm not really gonna do anything. But yeah, like I might actually post another just shoot the shit type of stream next like probably like I want to say like we'll say like I'll shoot for like Monday. I used to stream on this channel twice a week, but things happen. So I might actually resume the Monday stream. So yeah, if anybody wants to come on Monday, I'll open the floor to guests. You're going to leave me? No. And yeah, I always implore people, you know, if you're coming, oh, hey, Jackie, shit. I was like doing this floral send off and everything like that. And then I get somebody, how you doing, Jackie? Sorry, I couldn't watch your full stream earlier. I was actually asleep until 6. And then I had to set up my stuff because everybody does their lives on Fridays. But yeah, earlier today when I woke up, I saw that Julie was doing a live, so I checked hers out, and then I checked out like a few minutes of your guys's. I'm good. I saw that you were on, so I had to come. I totally understand. Thank you. Thanks for understanding it. But yeah, if you're So over on my Friday, over on the Friday Night Free for All channel, I think I've already talked about it, but yeah, I'll mention it again since Jackie's here. We're doing we're getting the Discord server set up so we can do some watch parties and stuff like that. We are going to probably get started on some actual going back to some wrestling content over on the other channel. So yeah. Oh shit! We got a wild Stacy appears. Hey Stacy, how you doing? Oh, thanks, Jackie. And oh shit, Ugandan. Oh my god. How's everyone doing? Holy shit, we keep going like this. I might have to start throwing wrenches at people. I'm doing good. I'm still a little under the weather from getting up at the ass crack of dawn to get home, but I even slept for like a couple hours after I got home, and yeah, I'm still dragging, guys. I am too old for this shit. I was saying earlier, I gotta get a car, or I gotta get my motorcycle fixed or something like that, because yeah, I'm not feeling the whole 4.5, 5 hour bus ride. Well, bus, then train, then bus. It's a lot. I hope you get some rest soon. LOL. Yeah, I don't know if I'm I'm kind of a night owl. I vote motorcycle. Actually, I was mentioning earlier, Jackie, when I get my motorcycle fixed, and because we're getting into spring and summer, I've got a GoPro I've got a helmet mount for it. So I was actually thinking about like doing vlogs and stuff like that, where it's just me riding around on my motorcycle and just talking about like places we might be going or whatever's just on my mind. So yeah, it'll just be me just talking shit while watching a motorcycle ride from a first person sort of thing. Yeah, Stacy, right? Actually, there is a guy that I am sub to. Hey, Night Runner! Oh my god, how you doing? But yeah, it's actually a lot of those moto vlogs are a lot of fun to watch. And yeah, I barely sleep either. It's a struggle. Well, no, I should scratch that. I barely sleep at night. But as soon as that sun comes up, like I could literally go to sleep for like 12 hours. As soon as I see the sun, I'm like, but yeah, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just like, yep, still up. Might as well go play some video games or something, because I ain't hanging out with anyone. And Night Runner, yeah, Night Runner can verify. Yeah, dashcam videos are cool. I knew you were a vampire, and now I just want to go. Sent to drain. Smashing Pumpkins reference. Gotta love it. I'm definitely betraying my 90s young adulthood. Welcome to the Vampire Club, Lord. Yeah, well, I've actually always been like that. In fact, that was always a problem for me when I was a kid, like going to school and shit, because, you know, But yeah, like ever since even when I was a little kid, like I wouldn't like I'd get to sleep at like 2 or 3 in the morning and then have to get up like 2 hours later to go to school. And Jackie says, my dad has had a motorcycle her whole life. Love those bike rides, and I will never drive one. So love just getting to just sit back and relax, and can do that with a video with you. Yeah, that would be awesome. As I walk around singing that for the next 2 days, I don't gotta love it. Okay, we're gonna circle back to professional wrestling. Billy Corgan of the Smashing Pumpkins owns the National Wrestling Alliance, which actually has a channel on YouTube, by the way. So now, despite all his rage, he is still just a rat in a cage match. Yeah, that was that was bad. I feel bad. I'm sorry, guys. I promise to do better. And yeah, it's true, Libra. Billy Corgan owns the National Wrestling Alliance. He bought it a few years ago after he tried to buy TNA and got screwed by the other like like the joke bot. Yeah, I don't know which is worse, me or the joke bot. I'd say I'm worse because I actually try and put like a millisecond of thought into my jokes. Whereas the joke bot's just more like an algorithm. So the joke bot can't be held accountable for its terribleness, whereas I can. Is that a rubber duck on your hat? No, actually, it is the logo of the Baltimore Orioles baseball team. It's a cartoonish Oriole. I'm a Baltimore Orioles fan. I've actually mentioned it before. Baseball is my religion. I'm just kidding. You crack me up. Thank you. I try, and sometimes I even succeed. And the joke bot is pretty bad. Yes, the joke bot is terrible. Oh God. But yet at the same time, it's fun to trigger the joke bot. Just to have that cringe laugh, you know, where you're just like, how's my knuckleballs? You know, I haven't actually thrown in a while. So backstory on this, I've pretty much spent like the last year or so pretty much just straight drinking. And for the first time in a couple of weeks, I haven't really drank much. I mean, I've still drank. Don't get me wrong. Still drink. But yeah, but now that I've got less time devoted to alcohol consumption, I've been doing or trying to get back into doing stuff that I used to do when I wasn't drinking. And one of those was playing baseball. I played baseball until I was about 44. I'm going to be 47 this June. So it's been a couple of years, but I'd like to see if maybe I've still got it. I even showed off my custom bat earlier that I got from my last team. In fact, I'll even show it off again. Here it is. Had it all custom made. And here, I'll show off the logo, but I am going to cover up because it's got my name on it. But yeah, here it is. And yeah, this part here on the barrel where I'm holding it, that's got my actual name. Although my name is pretty much a matter of public record online at this point, but I still want to let you know, the less I put my name out there myself, the better. I'm happy you cut. Listen, I know what you meant. However, you could see my LMAO-ness of that question. I see what you're doing there, Knuckles. I see you. I see you. Knuckleball. Do it up. That would be awesome. Yeah, I would love to do it. Hopefully my knee will hold up because the reason I stopped playing a couple of years back was because I had an ACL tear on my left knee, and I had no idea. I played through it. I played through it that season when it happened, and yeah, I didn't even know. There was no pain. I mean, there was absolutely no pain. But like after a while, like it got to a point where like anything below my left knee would not support my weight. Like if I was like doing any hard walking, like upstairs or on a hill or something like that, my knee would just buckle on me. And it's how I found out. And I went to see the doctor about it, and they told me like they could do surgery on it, and that would be, I couldn't afford that. So I just had to like do a lot of rest, wear a leg brace, had to keep my leg elevated for like every day for months. And I had to I had to work through it. I couldn't get surgery, so I had to work through it. And it's mostly okay now, but it still has moments where it's a little suspect. And Stacy asks, "Is the puppers glad to be home too?" Oh yes, because where I went, there's a little 4-year-old boy, and I love the kid. He is adorable. He's one of the most adorable 4-year-olds out there, but he's also a 4-year-old. So my dog is completely just, she nopes the fuck out whenever he shows up, because like he doesn't mean to be, like he loves the dog and he just wants to, he just thinks that that Maddie is just the coolest fucking thing. But he doesn't understand yet that, like when he's doing certain things, like he's actually hurting her. Like he doesn't realize that, maybe he shouldn't drag the dog around by her tail or try and stick your finger in her eye or her butthole or whatever. But yeah, it's really stressful on Maddie. But yeah, as soon as we got home, I went to bed to take a nap, and she literally curled up like right up on me, like she was just right here. And she was like doing that. She was doing her little happy groan where she was just, and her little tail was just kind of wagging. But yeah, she was, and I treated her right when we got home, because the bus ride itself is, like that travel time really sucks for her. Like she gets really anxious and everything like that, and does not like it. And she really does. She's really not happy with that dog carrier thing that I've got for her now. I had one when she was smaller, and I used to put her in that when I'd go motorcycle riding. Oh, hey, Alexis. How you doing? Thanks for coming on. And okay, so I'm just catching up here. So Night Runner says, and I forgot I'm on Streamlabs now, so I can do I can highlight comments. I can't do that on YouTube Studios. It's annoying. I'm in my last few months of my 30s. I'll start my 40s in December. Yeah, I'm staring down the barrel of 50. It's a strange one. Thank God. Jackie says, "Thank gosh we were away from that 4-year-old," is what she was saying. Yes, I have no doubt. And Alexis asks, "Are you talking about your dog or your child?" I'm talking about my dog. I don't have children, so yeah, we married for 20 years. We never had kids. And by the time we wanted to, it just didn't happen. So yeah, that's probably not going to be a thing for me. Kids are probably not going to be a thing in my life unless there's somebody else's. And Snoop says, "Hey, oh, hey, Snoop. Hey, wow, it's cool that everybody's showing up. I wasn't expecting this. I was expecting just like a little hour thing with like maybe like 3 or 4 people. But yeah, we're up to 8 now. That's awesome." Oh, who was pulling their dog by their tail? The 4-year-old that was at the place that I was visiting. I mean, he didn't do it this time, but last time I was out there, yeah, and he tried to pull, like he was trying to pull her around by her tail. He was trying to ride her like a pony. And my dog's not a big dog. Like, she's not a tiny dog by any stretch, but like she's just like a good like 30 pounds. But yeah, she's not a mount. My dog is not a mount. And fur babies count in your book. Yeah, well, you know, at this point, it's the closest thing I'm going to get. So I've got to enjoy it. Geez, poor Maddie. Yeah. But no, I when we got home, I treated her right. I gave her the special food that she likes. I gave her little turkey bacon dog treats that she'll popcorn. Like, she'll literally just like bounce up and down if she sees I'm holding her turkey bacon. She doesn't really care about regular bacon, but turkey bacon, fuck yeah, she is here for it. I get it. My dogs are my children too. Yeah. Yeah. You know, when you get to our age and you don't have any kids, you become the weird pet person. I'm officially a weird pet person now. I even have like clothing for Maddie. Like, if it gets too cold or something like that. Like, I've got little jackets and I've got dresses for her, and I've become that guy. I've become that pet owner. Yeah. My life sucks. My life sucks. And Night Runner says, my daughter likes to ride my dad's dog like a pony. It's a big dog, right? Like, it's not like it's not like a Shih Tzu mix like mine is, I hope. And Libra says, well-deserved treats. Yeah, I think she deserved treats after that. I think she deserved treats. Spoiled or rotten? Yeah, my dog is kind of spoiled. She's a brat, but she's also really sweet. Like, unless you're trying to stick your fingers in her eyes or her butthole or ride her like a pony or drag her around by her tail, she's gonna love you. And Snoop says, no matter what, your dog will always be happy to see you. Exactly. You can't say that about humans. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. My dog has been interesting therapy over the last year. I've even pointed out that probably my dog is one of the main reasons that there for a while I hadn't just given up and just said fuck it and killed myself. So I'm glad to have her. And yes, I have dresses for Maddie. A lot of them don't fit her anymore because she's gotten bigger, and I bought them when she was smaller. So a lot of them are a little tight on her, but yeah, I have adorable dresses for her. I've got a jacket for her that looks like it's like a little panda costume. So it's like really warm, and she's got this like little panda hood that goes over her head, but she doesn't like it. And Night Runner's dog is a half border collie, half Siberian husky. Okay, so it's definitely a mount if you're a small kid. Yeah, I would say that counts as a mount. And Josh's My pussy is my fur baby. Yeah, I called her that for a reason. Yeah, well, this is a family-friendly stream, so yeah, let's not talk about let's not talk too much about let's not go in too much into your pussy, Josh. I mean, I would love to get into your pussy, Josh, but Jesus. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. I'm gonna shut up. I put a jacket on my rat terrier one time and she turned it into a chew toy. Yeah, so weird thing about my dog doesn't really chew things. Like she's not a big chewer, but she's a licker. Like you know, she's got dog toys and stuff like that. Like, you know, like I'll try and play fetch with her and she'll pick it up. She'll pick up her little chew toy or whatever. She'll pick it up in her mouth. She'll put it over to her dog bed or the couch or whatever. And then she'll spend like an hour just licking her chew toy. She doesn't, yeah, she nothing for her is a chew toy. It's a tongue toy. Josh says, family friendly since when? Well, aren't all YouTube channels family friendly? Especially the commentary ones. Because, you know, the family that watches Keemstar together sticks together, I guess. I don't know how that works, but apparently that's a thing. And Night Runner has no pets of her own or his own. I don't know which gender you are. Hopefully I'm not misgendering you. Their own, save for breeding bunnies. I have owned more than a few bunnies in my life. They are wonderful pets. They can be the sweetest little guys. Except for, oh my God, bunny proofing your house is a pain in the ass. Actually, it's not that bad. And Stacy says that my dog has the cutest smile, though. That is genetics. That's the Shih Tzu mix in her. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to dad joke mode. My dog, we got a DNA. When we took her to her initial checkup on the vet, they did DNA testing on her just to see what kind of breed she was, and she is half Jack Russell Terrier rough coat and half Shih Tzu. So ever since then, I've joked that Maddie is literally jack shit. Boom. And Jackie says that I got lucky on the chewer. I don't know about the liquor though. Yeah, the thing is, I've got a bunch of blankets that have holes in them because of her licking, because they're fuzzy. And if they're fuzzy, she will lick it. She's got a thing for fuzzy stuff. If it's fuzzy, she's going to lick it. It's why I couldn't keep the panda coat on her, because, well, A, she couldn't stand the hood, and she would randomly just like try and flip herself over so she could lick the fuzzies off the coat. And yeah, frankly, I got sick of her puking up hairballs. So from licking her panda coat. So it yeah. So we've established that Night Runner is 100% female. Okay, cool. And Josh says, okay, by the way, she's a licker. That's what he said. I'm not a family-friendly channel now. Well, not after that. Thanks, Josh. You just took away my potential monetization that I was so close to getting on my channel with 55 subscribers. You are now my Josh. Alexa says, yeah, I got a jack shit. She wants to lick it. Yep. Well, if you've got fuzz, my dog will lick it. And yeah, that includes human parts. I have woken up to my dog just randomly licking my arm or my leg. And Ugandan Knuckles is 100% not female. Okay. I'm 75% male. The other 25% is to be determined. Snoop is 100% that bitch. Yeah. And ugh, hat hair. Well, I would say hat hair, but I shaved my head, so now it's hat head. Actually, yeah. You are so not helping here. Haha. Please stop saying licking. LOL. Yeah, what if I do it in my smooth DJ voice? Licking. Licking, licking, licking. So much licking. And Stacy is part baubles. We need percentages, Stacy. Yes, give us the numbers. And Lady Libra's like, stop. Yeah, Libra Scales doesn't like the smooth jazz DJ voice. I don't know why. I think it's a good voice. And it's literally the only voice that I've actually got nailed down. So I'm going to run it into the ground. I fucking hate you, Hobbit. You love me. I've seen you checking out my ass in Discord. And I don't blame you. What little ass is there is pretty nice, but yeah, I see you. I see you checking it out. Oh, it's way too hot. You suck. No. Oh. So apparently my smooth DJ voice is hot. 32.3 per 32.3 repeating, of course. And Snoop 50 Cent said all you need is a little bit. just the tip, guys. Just the tip. My ass is on Discord. Way to get out there. You go, Lord. Well, yeah, my ass is everywhere. I'm surprised nobody else can smell it. And Lieber gets hobbit ass in her DMs. Yeah, she also gets dick pics. I sent her a picture of Dick Van Dyke last week. And before that, I sent her a picture of former baseball player Dick Pole. So yeah, Lieber's got all the dick pics. All the dick pics. Yes. Anybody else wants to see my dick pics? just let me know. I'll hook you up. I got all the dick. It's all dick all the time. Dick Grayson. Yes. We could get some Nightwing up in this. Night Runner's a Discord hoe. No, I'm a Discord hoe and I'm a pimp. I'm my own boss. I make my own rules. And then I cut myself because I'm short on cash. Lord, what about me? Just you know where to go. You know where to find me. I'm around. Oh, I gotta do the butt eyes. Sexy butt eyes. And Knuckles, y'all, roosters are not nice. It's like you want to punt them, but you know, PETA and all. I actually like chickens. Not gonna lie. I like animals in general, honestly. Like, you could be the most hideous animal in the world, and I'll just be like, I want to pet it. No, that's just serial killer eyes. Take it down a notch. Butt eyes. I've got booty eyes. I see your cheeks and I can't disguise my butt eyes. I'm not even drunk and I just started busting out into song. What the fuck's wrong with me, you guys? Jackie says, love that Discord. Got to send you an invite to Squad. We have fun there. Josh got his invites. Yeah. Hey, I'm on Discord a lot these days. So yeah, shoot it to me. Stacy says geese are the scary ones. You know, maybe it's because I'm a 90s video game fan. But I think of Geese and I think of Geese Howard from the Fatal Fury and King of Fighters series. And yeah, Geese is scary. Yeah, fuck Geese. Fuck Geese Howard. Holy shit, this has been a pretty cool hour, you guys. Well, hour and 18 minutes. For just $19.99, you can get the full. for just the low price of $19.99 for 3 weeks, you can get the full unedited version of The Eyes. Call today. If you're curious where I got my name, listen to Night Runner by Duran Duran. You know what's funny? I never really listened to I listened to Duran Duran on the radio, but you know, my older brothers were all like punk and metal fans, so I never really like listened to. I never really I didn't listen to pop music unless it was on the radio. So yeah, I will listen to that because I have never heard it. Okay, so all right, thanks, Jackie. I will check that as soon as I am done here. It's 24 hours, right? So I've got time to click that link. Do I do returns? No refunds. You buy the butt eyes, you're stuck with the butt eyes. But I can do in-store credit on the next purchase, the sequel, which is Booby Eyes, which is more like a Actually, that's more of my butt eyes because I'm a butt guy. Snoop. 1999 for 3 weeks plus shipping and handling. Other fees may apply. Let's be honest, $19.99 is just the starting point for the awesomeness that is the eyes. Okay, think it did 7 days. Okay, so I'll go and check that when I'm done here. No booby eyes, please, no. Yeah, now I can imagine you like just running towards me in slow motion, just no. Just as the car explodes with me in it. Julie! Feck off, Julie! How you doing? You picked a perfect jumping on point, Julie. You got the booby eyes. The eye, hashtag the eyes, now trending. That's going to be my claim to fame, isn't it? The smooth DJ voice and the eyes. Feck off, Julie. Oh, you guys, thank you for coming on. This has been awesome. And I am really digging the way the DJ light set up. Where anytime like the sound changes, anytime the sound changes or rises, it changes color. Night Runner says, I love teabagging in Star Wars Battlefront 2 Classic. Yeah, actually, I do like when I play Fallout New Vegas or something like that, and I beat like one of the main, like one of the bigger guys, like a boss or something like that. I will stop what I'm doing to switch into third person mode and start teabagging them. And Julie says, just as I click on the live, I see booby eyes. Haha, your accent's totally good. More kind of Irish, but it's good. Well done. And she's proud of me. It's kind of funny you should mention that because my family is Irish. We on my mom's side, we jumped over here just around the turn of the century. The turn of the 1900s, not the turn of the 2000s. And Jackie says that she needs one of those lights. Here, I got the box still. It is, here it is. It's the Chauvet DJ Slim Par 56. And here, just to kind of show it in action, and you can see my my empty cigarette packs. But there it is. That's the light. I'm bloody cheating then. Okay, maybe. Which is kind of funny because every time I actually try to do an Irish accent, I sound like the guy from the Lucky Charms commercials. Blue diamonds, pink hearts, and purple horseshoes. Yeah, so yeah, I sound like I sound like a fake Irish cereal mascot when I actually try to do an Irish accent. Love it, Amazon. Here I come. Here, hang on. I will actually check out. I will look it up, see if I can get a price for you. I think I paid like $50 for mine. Ah, Jesus. Okay, so I just looked it up, and yeah, I don't know how I got mine so cheap. It might have been because I actually got mine through eBay, but Amazon has them listed at 89 something. Let me check. I'll share the I'll share it. I'll share the page here. Pop. Yeah, yeah. So 89.99 is what you can expect for that on Amazon. But yeah, it's actually a really awesome lighting setup. It illuminates my room pretty well. I don't really like big lights. Like I've got the overhead. I've got the overhead light, and I don't really like it. I think it's too bright for me. I mean, if I were like drawing or reading or something like that, I would want something like it. But for stuff like this, like I think the DJ light works better, and also like if I set it on the because it's got like all sorts of settings, like it has got like a ton of settings on it. Like I can set it to strobe, like different colors, which I used to do on this channel, but I got complaints from a couple of people that it was really hard to watch my streams because the lights kept changing. But yeah, it's got lots of settings and everything. So yeah, definitely check it out. Or if you can get if you can get it cheaper on eBay, definitely go for it. But yeah, if you're into like really cool lighting, then you can definitely go with that. And also, like if you, I like to set it on the strobe effect, and then just sit here and watch YouTube and smoke weed all night. You should probably maybe I should set up my lava lamp too. Yes, I actually own a lava lamp. And it's really weird because it keeps saying I've got new comments, but then okay, there it is. But it wouldn't let me check the comments. But Snoop, they're after me, Lucky Charms. And yes, yeah. Look up like the old Lucky Charms commercials on YouTube, Julie. Like it is like one of the worst fake Irish accents you will ever hear. And that's what my normal Irish accent, my normal attempts at an Irish accent actually sound like. Night Runner's going to order one of those lights next month. Yeah, definitely do it. I mean, if you oh, Snoop. There you go. If you can't afford $89.99, just PayPal Snoop $20 and they'll come over with a flashlight and flip different colored overlays on the lens. And that is the family and friends discount price. But if you order and use the code TBO, you can actually get that price. I'm sponsored now. I'm sponsored by Snoop Medic Lights. And Libra said she's sorry it hurt her eyes. And like I said, you aren't the only one. You're not the only one. But yeah, $20. Go check out Snoop Medic. Use the code TBO. New Discord name, Lying Eyes. What, is that my Snoop Medic? Is that my new Discord name or? Actually, you know what? I'm here. I'll pop on some hot Discord. We'll get some hot Discord action going here. Okay. Oh wow, you guys were pushing me pretty hard. Thanks for the thank you guys. And okay. Hang on, I am joining the squad. All right. I clicked the link, so I think I'm an official member of the squad now. And that will be the B side of that fresh track. Yes. If it'll, what's going on? Yeah, it's not, I mean, okay. There it is. It finally loaded. And I'll just do a quick message. There. I sent y'all a hey yo. But yeah, so yeah, I am now a member of the squad. Is there like a 401k or some sort of benefits package with that? Because I could use some health insurance over here. Now I'm going to light up because this is a family friendly stream here. I was just kind of one. Oh god damn it. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Oh. All right. Jackie's lighting up with me just as I put mine out because apparently I can't take like more than a half a drag without coughing right now. Of course, this is a really strong, like this is like almost 30% THC. So yeah, that's true G shit. And Snoop says, "Sir, do you need me to call you an ambulance?" I could use a wambulance. Can you hook me up with a wambulance? don't die on us. Well, I mean, we're all gonna die sometime. I mean, I won't die because I'm getting my brain downloaded into a robot gorilla body. So I'm probably going to be immortal, but you guys might die. Oh yeah, and the robot gorilla body is going to have laser packs. Because I need a robot gorilla body with laser packs. And penis missiles. That's going to be I'm going to set up a GoFundMe just for that. Because I'm going to need money if I'm going to build a robot gorilla body with laser packs and dick missiles. And Night Runner is vaping along with me and Jackie. Right on. Stoner Hobbits in the house. Oh God. The second I said that whole in your house thing, I had this really brief moment where I felt like the mid 40 something guy who's still trying to be cool with all the young kids. Like, hello, fellow young person. And that's another thing. Hey, Knuckles is bowling too. Nice. GoFundMe in need of a robot gorilla with penis missiles. You forgot the laser. You've got the laser packs. Because I might not be able to get a lock on the missiles, and I might need a backup weapon, and that's what the laser packs are good for. And skateboard, yes. Yeah, I still ride occasionally. I don't because my knee's the way it is. Like, I don't do tricks anymore. Like, I ain't ollieing shit these days. But yeah, when I was a kid and like in my 20s, like I used to, and even in my up to my 30s, like I used to ride all the time. Wasn't great at it, but I was decent enough. And laser packs. Please donate. Yes. I need to download my consciousness into a robot gorilla body. It's a thing that has to happen. Just don't use gorilla glue to attach said lasers to the penis. Well, the lasers aren't going on the penis. That's where the missiles are. The lasers are going on the pecs. So I can just go pew, 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 pew. I can't believe I just did laser noises, but I guess that's where we're at now. That's what we're reduced to, guys. Once I fell flat on my butt, I never got back on a skateboard. It's kind of funny. My older brother was the same way. Well, actually, he and I used to skate together all the time. And we started, and he used to always like knock me about like how he was better at it and everything. He was better than me at skating. And then one day we went to there was this guy up by our high school who built a half pipe in his backyard. And we used to ride that like after school and like all day during the summer. He opened it up to like anybody who wanted to come ride the ramp could come ride it. But so my brother and all of our friends and I, we were at this half pipe, and like I was dropping in and everything like that, doing basic tricks, fakies, like grinds, basic shit. My bro, so and then everyone's like, hey, to my brother, like, hey, why don't you try it, go and drop in? And he's like, oh, I don't really feel like it. Like he's playing that whole I'm too cool for this kind of thing. And finally, like he got called out. Like he got called out for being a total chicken shit. So he goes up on the deck to drop in. He slams he gets his nose down into to drop into the half pipe, and he just falls flat on his face. We all laugh at him, and then he's like, oh, that wasn't, that didn't count. He tries it again. He gets a little bit further, and then he falls on his face again. And he like cut his head open and everything like that. And after that, he never skated again. He stopped right after that. And Jackie, yeah. If you're a gorilla, then I'm a unicorn, and I want lasers too. Ooh. Yeah, you can have like a unicorn horn death beam. That would be fucking badass. And you can have like toxic rainbow poop. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here, you guys. I don't blame him at all. You know, I can't really either, but my thing was like I had no problems. Like I had no problems sucking. Like that's kind of the whole thing. Like especially like in any sport, whether it's skateboarding, golf, baseball, football, whatever, you have to suck before you get good, and it takes a lot of work to get good. I was never even a good skater. Like, and it took a lot of work just to get to a point where I could like ride a half pipe without looking like a dumbass. I was not pro except on Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Oh God, I loved those games so fucking much. I loved the first Tony Hawk game because it was the first game that actually had a pretty much perfect scale version of the Burnside Skate Park in Portland, Oregon. But yeah. So that first Tony Hawk game really kind of hits home for me because I rode that park in real life for years, and to see it like in video game form and have it be like perfect, almost perfect on detail, at least for PS1. Yeah, that was really cool. I donated many a skin cell to the Eyeball Bowl at Burnside Skate Park. Toxic rainbow poop sounds like that would burn. Yeah, but if you're a unicorn though, I mean, I think you would be immune to it, but everybody else would be fucked. Toxic rainbow beam is going to be your drag name. No, that should be your My Little Pony name. And Josh. What Josh says. Sorry. Yeah, I can't skate, but I can play Tony Hawk though. That has to count, right? You know what? At this stage in my life, I'll allow it. I will totally allow that. Because I can't really skate anymore either. But I mean, I know how to stay on the board, and that is pretty much it. Anything else, I'm not going to try it because, again, my knee is a thing. I bought it after Pizza Hut gave us the demo to try. You see, I didn't. Now, I know that Pizza Hut used to do that. Stacy used to. They would do promotions where they would give demos of games. But I personally never. I don't really like Pizza Hut, so it was never like, I'm not going to go to Pizza Hut to buy a pizza just so I can get a demo game. And also, like back in those days, because CDs were so cheap, CDs were so cheap to produce. Just about everything had a game demo disc. Like you'd buy magazines that would have demo discs for everything. Like it was. And Knuckles is as good on a skateboard as anybody doing a field sobriety test. No matter what, no matter the case, still can't really do it and often fall. Yeah, I'm kind of in that. I'm kind of in that. Stacy, people don't remember that. Just like what's Blockbuster? They break blocks, right? Hey, I remember Blockbuster. Or Hollywood Video. Anyone remember that one? Oh, Knuckles. Oh, Knuckles. Especially during the OG PlayStation, you could just rewrite discs to copy games. Not saying I did, because that's bad. Well, I didn't have the technology to do that for the PlayStation because I couldn't really afford a computer at the time. Because, I was a college kid when the PlayStation came out. But later on, I definitely did not have pirated copies of every Dreamcast game ever made. I definitely did not do that, because that's bad. And Stacy said she was 13 at the time of Tony Hawk, and she had to save up to buy the game. Yeah, oh god, I don't even remember how I actually got that game. Oh no, I remember. My roommate, he was my best friend. He was getting divorced from his wife, so he lived with me for a while, and he had the game. Yeah, the first Tony Hawk game that I actually purchased with my own money was 2. And Libra says Hollywood Video is the best. So many indie movies. Oh my god, you love indie movies? Okay, so in Portland, Oregon, there's a video store called Movie Madness. And they do all sorts of VHS rentals and everything like that. And they have so many indie and B movies there. In fact, when my friends and I, before I got married and everything like that, we rented a little 3-bedroom house, and because at the time, we could have, the rental prices was such that, if 3 or 4 people pulled together, we could afford to rent a 3-bedroom house. So we did, and that was a complete and utter debauched party house, as most college dwellings do. But yeah, we would actually on the weekends we would go to Movie Madness and just rent the worst sounding movies we could find, and then go home, eat a bunch of acid or mushrooms or other things, and just sit around and watch shitty movies for a weekend. It was amazing. Oh, Kim. Hi, Kim. Hi. Thanks for showing up. It's good to see you. And Snoop points out that Netflix used to snail mail the movie you picked. I don't they still do that? Or am I thinking of something else? I don't know. But yeah, I remember when Netflix and Gamefly used to do that. And Jackie is apparently the only person on the planet with a Dreamcast still. No, actually, Picky, who is normally the co-host when we do the wrestling stuff, he actually still has a Dreamcast. He's actually got a vast collection of retro game systems, and I'm jealous. I've got a pretty good collection of retro game systems. But yeah, I definitely am. I'm getting a Saturn, the Sega Saturn, next, and after that, I want to get another Dreamcast and a GameCube. I miss my GameCube. And Night Runner remembers Movie Madness. Used to go there when. Okay, you live on the Oregon coast. Where at? And Stacy still has Netflix's DVD service. Okay, so they're still doing it. I thought they were. Redbox might still. Yeah, Redbox still does. I still see their booths everywhere. I think we've actually got one in town at the supermarket. And Near Tillamook. Okay, okay. My family occasionally has a rents a property out on Pacific City, and they like to go. Well, they used to like to. My dad and stepmom do actually, but yeah, they used to go there every summer. But they can't really do that because my father's in really bad health, so he can't really travel anymore. So that's not really a thing. And Josh still has a Sega Mega Drive, Genesis in America, the American Genesis, and the original PlayStation. Okay, so I don't have an original PlayStation, but I do have the Mega Drive / Genesis. I have the TurboGrafx 16. I have the Atari 2600. I have the Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and PlayStation 2, PlayStation 4, Wii U. Yeah, I've got a lot of game systems. I don't have all of the ones that I would ideally like to have, but I've got a really good collection, and I've also got like SD carts for all of them. So I pretty much have every game that's ever been made for every system, except for the Atari. They still haven't been. I haven't been able to find any SD carts for the Atari. But that would be awesome. And Snoop says this stream is fire. I've enjoyed all the laughs. Thanks for excuse me, I have a frog in my throat. But the laughs wouldn't happen without you guys, honestly. If it was just like 2 or 3 people, it would probably be me just going, anyway, how are you tonight? Which that was almost kind of like the zombie from Resident Evil voice. Oh. Night Runner is 15 minutes away from Pacific City and Hebo. Okay, cool. God, I love the Oregon coast. That's definitely going to happen when I get my motorcycle fixed. I'd like to just tool up and down Highway 101 because, oh my God, that is such a beautiful stretch of highway. Josh somewhere has a Game Boy and a Game Boy Color. I was kind of an idiot and I didn't get a Game Boy. I got the Game Gear, which in theory was pretty awesome, but games wise, not so much. Would I sell my PlayStation 2? Drop a price? I actually would not. I love the PlayStation. I love my PlayStation 2. Like it. I'm honestly like I've had that thing for over 20 years. I'm surprised that thing even still works. The actual door on it sometimes like does a thing where it like just keeps wanting to pop open and closed. So like sometimes you'll have to force the thing to stay closed, but beyond that, it works great. And it plays all your PS1 games, so added bonus because I still have my PS1 games. That's it. I'm saving up and coming for a video game visit. Oh, yes. Yeah, Snoop points out that the Nintendo Switch, you can get all the original NES games on it through the virtual arcade or virtual console or whatever they call it. They're that service. But I don't have a Switch. And I'm kind of annoyed with that because it has so many cool sounding games on it. I've heard nothing but great things about Zelda Breath of the Wild, for example. And I actually really want to play Breath of the Wild because I keep hearing so many good things about it. And I've wanted to love a Zelda game since Link to the Past, you guys. Unpopular video game opinion. I think most of the 3D Zelda games outside of the Wind Waker all kind of suck. Yes, that includes Ocarina of Time and Twilight Princess and Majora's Mask. Yeah, I didn't like most of the 3D Zelda games. But that's just me. So Josh says PlayStation 2 had the best games ever. Yeah, I would argue for the Super Nintendo or the Mega Drive, Genesis, whatever you want to call it. But PlayStation 2, no, they had some kick-ass games for it. So did, you can pretty much point out any console, and there's going to be at least one or two like really kick-ass games for it. Even the Jaguar had a couple. Alexis C, I have a PlayStation 4. For you, the price $19.99 plus shipping and handling. Offer not valid in Manitoba, British Columbia, or I had something there, but I lost it. I bugged my fellow to get me a Switch. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna buy one. Honestly, just so I can play Breath of the Wild and the new No More Heroes game. Because honestly, guys, the No More Heroes games was probably, I think, the best two Wii games I've ever played. I love those games so fucking much. They are so fun to play, and storyline wise, the No More Heroes is batshit insane, and I love it. I'm no good at console gaming. I'm much better at PC gaming. I actually am. I suck at PC gaming, but that's I still can't get around. The keyboard mouse controls. It still just feels unintuitive as hell to me. So I actually caved because I've got a Windows 10 computer. I bought a aftermarket Xbox controller, so I can play PC games now. And the only two games that I have for the on the PC are games that I have on consoles. Go figure. I have two games: Fallout New Vegas and Cyberpunk 2077. And I've played through New Vegas on my PC about 3 times now. I did all the endings. Partner is a huge PC gamer, but I find it weird. He keeps trying to get me to play World of Warcraft. Oh God, I had a friend who was really trying to get me into World of Warcraft, and I tried it for like a couple months, and I was just like, yeah, no. I realized that I play video games specifically to avoid people. So that whole online gaming thing is that's not something I care to do. Get a mouse with mad keys, buttons like, okay, yeah, macros are good. It's kind of funny because back in like the 90s up until like the early 2000s, I used to play MUDs. Anyone remember MUDs? Multi-user domains. Well, like basically MMOs before MMOs existed. But yeah, I used to use macros and hotkeys for it all the time. So you would think that I'd be able to figure this whole PC gaming thing out, but no. And you were a GM for WoW, so like a more roleplay centered server, correct? I would assume. And Kim S, the NES to me is hands down the best system ever. I'm showing my age. I'm aware and I embrace it. Okay, so my favorite of that generation console is the TurboGrafx 16, aka PC Engine. It's the first console that I actually like saved up for with my own money. So I've got a little bit of a soft spot for it, but you can't beat the game library on the Nintendo at all. Like, you just can't. I'm not good at the computer control mouse thing either. LOL. Yeah. I tried it with Cyberpunk and Fallout because, again, like I said, those are the only two games that I have on this. And yeah, I just can't. It just doesn't feel right to me. And Night Runner says, WoW is gross. I play Star Wars The Old Republic. I've never played that one, again, because MMOs, not for me. I've heard it's really good, though. I've also heard Final Fantasy XIV is awesome. One of my old teammates when I was playing baseball was like into that for a couple of years. Oh, you worked for Blizzard Austin. Holy shit. We've got an actual games industry professional. And yeah, spending your own money makes a huge difference. Yeah, it really does. Like, because it's one of those things, like, that was like one of the first things that was like, absolutely like all mine, because I paid for it out of my own money. It wasn't something that my parents bought me that they could take away. Like, this was something that I bought for myself, and screw you, you can't have it. But anyway, on that note, you know what? I think I'm kind of losing my voice here, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it. Thanks for coming on, guys. I'll actually try and I'll set up something for Monday, and we can hang out again. I'll let y'all know. But in the meantime, I will see you on the Discords or whatever. All right. Good night, guys.